Right now, the question you might be asking yourself is, what is this? A new brand of Coca-Cola? A transformer? False advertising?
Oh, you stupid son of a...
Ninjago Core is the LEGO Group's second stab at a LEGO Ninjago sub-theme, following up on Ninjago Legacy. Because these two are both LEGO Ninjago sub-themes, I see a lot of comparison between the two, with people viewing Core as being inferior or Core being superior to Legacy. If you're confused as to what the difference between these two themes are, there's a pretty solid way to summarize it. Legacy is supposed to represent the rich history of Ninjago and its lore, whereas Core is trying to, in basic terms, represent the identity of the franchise to newcomers. So, just to recap, Legacy is the history of Ninjago, Core is the identity of Ninjago. Now you might be asking why LEGO feels the need to be making these sub-themes. And in short, it's because LEGO Ninjago is a franchise that's been running for a long time, coming up on 12 years to be exact. In this time, the franchise has sometimes been daunting to get into for newcomers or alienating in an art direction sense. This thread from Tooth Dominoes, a LEGO designer, summarizes Ninjago Core pretty well. After the specialized launches like Prime Empire and Seabound, the market's asked for a wave of the classic Ninjago identity. Basically, less video game oriented diving characters and more classic ninjas. Not that Seabound and Prime Empire weren't good, it's just that they don't do a very good job at representing the core of the brand. On top of all that, LEGO wanted to make sure that this line helped recruit younger kids into Ninjago. Between the usual 4+ and 7+ and up sets, there was a gap, and they wanted to fill that gap with 6+ sets. As mentioned before, this was being done in an effort by LEGO to onboard new kids onto the Ninjago IP. Because arguably the most important thing when it comes to the success of a long-running franchise is always making sure there's new fans constantly getting on. This is because with long franchises, you're eventually going to have subsections of fans who get bored of it and hop off for whatever reason. Whether it be due to franchise fatigue, or the franchise making alienating decisions, just running out of space or money and not being able to buy loads of LEGO sets anymore. With a long-running franchise like LEGO Ninjago, especially one that's oriented towards kids, you've got to make sure you have enough new fans getting onto the franchise for the first time to subsidize the amount of old fans getting off. And that is the overarching purpose of these two sub-themes, to have accessible and cheap ways to get kids into the story and world of Ninjago. With the Legacy sets trying to bring back classic models and characters from the old seasons in order to coincide with the seasons on Netflix, whereas the Core sets approach is to give kids a basic idea of what the world and characters of Ninjago are like, in an attempt to get them hooked on the theme and eventually into the show and then into the main line of sets. While both of these sub-themes take super opposite approaches, with Legacy being really tied to the Ninjago canon while Core is completely divorced from it, they both ultimately have the same goal: onboard new fans. Not being inseparably bonded to 11 years worth of canon is also a huge advantage for the Ninjago Core sets. This is because they can do absolutely whatever they want with these. Unlike the main line of Ninjago sets or the Legacy sub-theme, there's no canon that tie these sets down or restrict them in any kind of logic. You can do absolutely whatever you want with these with no questions asked. This was a very big weakness of Core's first year on the market in my opinion. They had boundless creative freedom but just decided to do generic mechs, cars and dragons. Although thankfully January 2023's Ninjago Core Wave is really fixing this in spades. Sure, a giant Kai bike that's being ridden by a giant Kai mech probably wouldn't work in the main Ninjago canon that's been being built up for 11 years. But in Core, sure, go for it. The separation from Ninjago's main canon is definitely Core's biggest strength, and I'm glad the Core designers are finally starting to play to that, because that newfound creative freedom is making for some really excellent sets. I think it's fair to say that the first year of Ninjago Core has definitely been a bumpy one, but given the benefits of being a non-canon wave that onboards new fans, and the lessons learned from the first year of Ninjago Core, I think we're in for a bright future. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video all the way through, it really means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like rating on it, and subscribe to the channel for more Ninjago videos just like it. Also, massive thank you to the channel members whose names are listed on screen now. If you want to get a channel membership yourself and see your name on this list, along with getting exclusive benefits like a scrapped Krusty video compilation, be sure to hit the join button next to my subscribe button. With all of that said, thank you so much for watching everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.